is the paramount chief of Tombura County behind the conflict in Western Equatoria State? Join us for this exclusive interview with the paramount chief himself, only here on Beyond the Headlines. Our guest on the program is the paramount chief Mboribamu Renzi of Tombura County, Western Equatoria State. Chief Renzi took on the chieftainship position in 2011. He replaced his father, late King Samuel Babe Renzi Tombura, who passed away in 2005. Chief Renzi became the Azande tribe's youngest reigning monarch. Angela DeVito, the militia leader in support of SPLA-IO, has placed direct blame on you for inciting violence and participating in the extrajudicial killings of civilians in Tombura. According to DeVito, he took up arms with his men to protect innocent civilians against you. Therefore, Chief Renzi, have you been inciting violence in Tombura and directing the killings of innocent civilians?
No, I did not. First of all, Angel Davide is not a civilian, and he's a group of IO, under IO, who based in Namutina. And the killing that took place is not organized by the youth as he claimed to be a youth leader, though he is a member of the IO army that based in Namutina, who flew from their base coming to Tombura and attacked the western part of Tombura County around May to June. This is all what we know. So all the claim that he took gun to come and fight me, this is all false.
So he did not come to protect innocent civilians?
He did not come to protect innocent civilians. He said he came to kill and destroy the community, the livelihood of the community and their property. Because where Namutina was, and at the moment, most of the people from western part left because of the atrocity caused by them.
So have you been participating in the atrocities itself?
I, with my community, have been the victim of all what has been taking place. So it's not a matter of saying I participated. We are the victim of all the atrocity that was caused by them. Because most of my community have been displaced, including me.
And how have you been displaced?
I, as the head of community, I rule many tribes within Tombura. The majority and the major tribes that in Tombura are the Balanda and the Zande. So in the process, what has been taking place, I have to advocate, I have to raise it to the concerned authority. I became a victim just of recently, because I was attacked on the 19th of June. Before 19th of June, that's when they had already started launching the attack in western part of Tombura, place like Mabenge, place like Batonoyo, place like Ryubu, going back to the Apa, burning all the hospitals, killing elderly people like one of the elder man called Inye, the 95 years old man, raping a young girl of 13 years to death. So all this when I was advocating and trying to raise the concern, sorry about the evil being done by the group that was in Namutina, I became a victim of such. So in the process, they had to come and attack my place.
According to reports, your home was burnt out. Did that occur?
Yes, that's why they came and attacked, because during that time I was interviewed on media and I exposed every evil done on ground. And the same night, at around morning hours, I said, they came and attacked me. Then the following day, because when they attacked me in the morning hour, my place has the head of community. Traditionally there, I am not alone, I stay with my youth who are with me, the local guards, given by the police, whom was the commissioner of police in former state. They gave me 5 policemen who were with me for my protection, like the other traditional leaders, like the other kings in different places. So When they came and attacked at the night, those boys tried to defend. Instead, they went and mobilized themselves and came to my house at around 2 in a large number of around 35 people to attack my place and burn and loot everything according to what they had planned to come and do in my area.
General James Nando stated that the conflict in Western Equatoria State resulted from hostilities between the Balanda and Azande youth, and that I need to ask you directly about it. Therefore, Chief Renzi, is that what led to the conflict? And if so, what were the areas of grievances between the Balanda and the Azande youth which ended up in full-blown conflict?
The issue is the group of IO who have been hosted in Namutina illegally, because Namutina is not part of cantonment area, have been gathering and been trained for several times. I remember the state authority, the governor himself could supply food to Namutina. Those forces are the one who left and came around Tombura, attacking Tombura as it was in their plan, because their process of coming from Namutina to Tombura are known, because sons and daughters of Tombura have been involved in. They are Zande with Ayo, they are Balanda with Ayo. Whenever they come around Tombura and trying to cause all the atrocity that has been done, their relatives, their friends, their sisters know most of them. So it is not a matter of saying it's a Zande use versus Balanda use. No, this is a real group being organized under the IO. If not, I may say the group that is supporting such are people who are supporting, who are within IO, but have their hidden agenda trying to destabilize the community of Tombra. And the base is clear. If you try to follow, why did they base themselves in Namutina and why are they still in Namutina? All the attacks, they went back to their places in Namutina. So it is not a matter of use versus Balanda use versus under use.
Are you a member of the SPLA-IO or SPLM? Which party are you affiliated with?
As a head of community, we traditionally does not have any party. Hosting fish cannot take sides. Any party or any political party or any leaders in different institutions are our people, and these are the people who came from within the community. So I worked with everybody as long as they have their vision and interest towards the community, because we are the leaders governing the community at the grassroots, and we expect a good leader who can come and lead and transform them for a development instead of coming to destroy or to cause havoc like what happened in Tombra. So I don't have any party, all the parties are mine.
Because Angela DeVito stated that you're being influenced by politicians to incite the conflict within the state. Therefore, are you being used by elite politicians in the state and those in the national government in Juba to fight a proxy war in Western Equatoria State?
No politician have been influencing us at the grassroots or influencing me especially. The issue has occurred, as I'm telling you, it is not an issue of politician. This war, as I'm telling you, has been the issue between the parties. That is IO forces attacking the government indirect. We, the community, and we who are suffering now are just suffering because, you know, traditionally, they normally say when the lions are fighting, it is a grassroots that will be suffering. So all in all, no politician who can support conflict against his or her own people. If it is to be so, we are in a country where there is a system. In Tombra, there is a system. We have a commissioner, we have security organs, we have police who are within and they have been watching all what has been taking place. If it was to be done by the politician influencing people at the grassroots, or it was to be me influencing the issue of massive killing the way they have been accusing me of, what will be the role and what did they do as security? We have all the system in one place that can protect and even prevent anything that can cause havoc to the community. So all in all, no politician is supporting or influencing something on ground. Maybe on his side, he may say so.
Since his appointment as governor of Western Equatoria State, how has Governor Alfred Futuyo been governing the affairs of the state? And what are the critical areas within the state that his administration needs to address?
I told you before, traditional leaders are having our jurisdiction. I worked in traditional system, and this is the government, the governor is under administration. So the law of South Sudan, especially the Local Government Act, is clear. So I cannot interfere into his role and following all his mandate. But what I can say, the critical area that I can talk about is failure to rescue the situation of Tombura, which is part of his leadership, because Tombura is under Western Equatoria. The killing and the displacement of thousands of people, we as people of Tombura did not see his response towards such kind of killing. So all in all, if he was to take part and try to rescue the situation, therefore, we, the people of Tombura, may say he have stood firm on our side. But the rest, I am not an auditor who can follow the governor. It may be the role of the member of assembly who can follow him, maybe who can summon him to the assembly to know more about his duties.
As the paramount chief, you speak on behalf of the regular citizen. What have you stated so far to the politicians or to the government itself about how to rescue the situation? And have you met at all with Governor Futuyo?
The situation on ground has been raised. We as community and the elders, both the Baland and Zande, as it started earlier, we wrote a letter to the Council of Church to come and intervene and talk to those people. Citizen and eager to have been monitoring the peace process in South Sudan. I normally raise the issue of illegally contaminated area in Namutina. No one responded. Even the state authority know themselves, because when you follow the revitalized peace agreement, there is no place like in Namutina within the contained areas. But as we raised it, nobody put attention towards it. We even wrote a letter to the national government. The governor himself, when he came to Tombura, I told him there's something happening like this. It is under his jurisdiction. He has to work and keep order or try to prevent any conflict that may enter into his jurisdiction. So in the process, we see nothing happen. So therefore, the issue on ground there has been neglected by the state authority, and though we raised the concern, we raised the high authority. As I told you, there's a level of government. The states have this level to work and manage its own affair within the state, while the county also have its own, and the national government has its own. So as we raise it to the state and we raise it to the national government have come in for the moment, currently, where there is relative peace at the moment. So all in all, we are trying to see that things are improving because of intervention by national government.
Mm-hmm. And what have been the response of the community with the relocation of the SPLM, the SSPDF, as well as the SPLIO forces?
The community who have been the victim knew that the conflicts were imported. Namutina is in Nagero County, not within Tombura. Nagero County is under IO per the agreement of revitalized peace. But what made the forces to leave the county that has been assigned to them and penetrate into Tombura is unknown to the community. The relocation of SSPDF force to Rongu, where James Nando has carried all his forces to Rongu, has shown some relative peace to the community, but there is still doubt and concern about the forces of IO that is still on ground, because they have not moved those people from Tombura. I have to make it clear to you. One of the command of IO by name Tatrijo was evacuated earlier before the current team that has gone there. But the rest of the leaders who have been causing conflict in Tombura are still moving around Tombura. So the question is, what are they doing and why are they not being relocated to Meridi or to Rongo for their training? These are the questions my community and I myself are asking, because these are the people who normally come and attack.
On September 25th of this year, a group calling themselves the Community Patriotic Front, abbreviated as CPF, released a manifesto in which they stated, "The Community Patriotic Front stands bravely against the evils that threaten the lives, livelihood, land, properties, and the sovereign borders of the Azande Kingdom's geopolitical region and the people within the borders. The CPF is a People's Safety First vigilante group formed to provide physical security safety net to protect the lives, land, and the properties of the people living within the territories of the Azande Kingdoms from Meridi to Bull Bridge, to stop terrorists from encroaching our borders and to foster and protect the socioeconomic prosperity of all the people living within our regional borders." What do you know of the Community Patriotic Front, and are you affiliated with them?
As you are talking about CPF, I also heard from social media the way you are talking about it. What I know, earlier before, we had the Arrow Boys who used to defend their locality, not only in Tombura alone, it was all over Western Equatoria or some part of South Sudan, protecting the region from atrocity caused by LRA. The same force of Arrow Boys worked hard to evacuate Ambororo, who penetrated into the region and beyond our sovereignty. And the same again, the group of Seleka that used to encroach in. This group of Arrow Boys worked hard. So I heard about CPF, and it has been over social media, and I am not clear, and I don't have much information about CPF.
Are there other vigilante groups within Western Equatoria State apart from the CPF?
I am a traditional leader in Tombura. I'm not covering the whole of Western Equatoria, so I can't know what's happening in Meridi or Mundri or other places. So
Okay,
apart
what
from
about
Tombura,
specifically, Tombura County?
We don't have any vigilantes that is apart from Arab boys who used to defend the area, and nowadays they are no longer being inactive.
Chief Sebit Cornelio, the interim Balanda chief, has stated the following: "The paramount chief of Tombura County, Mboribamu Renzi, has committed sacrilege against the historical commitment made by his ancestors through blood pact. He has done so by declaring war and extermination of the Balanda people, which will hunt him, his children, and all the elites deceived by him." Chief Renzi, what do you have to say about the statement by Chief Cornelio that implicates you in the conflict and also indicates that you have broken the blood pact that was established centuries ago between the Balanda and the Azande?
The issue that has been taking place is being influenced by the politician. Sebit Cornelio is not known under my administration in Tombura. He was imposed by the governor himself, who forcefully removed the Balanda chief, whom the community by themselves appointed. When the governor was assigned and he took his position, he ordered to release the former chief who was working and being assigned by the community and appoint Cornelio to be. Reason why he has been assigned, we don't know exactly much. So as he's saying that I broke the blood pact that we had, our grandparents did. It is not us. We made a blood pact with the Balanda who have been loyal and they're still loyal to the community. Those who are now coming to attack, as I told you before, are using IO to come and destabilize the Azande region, the Azande kingdom, the community, the peaceful community of Tombura for their hidden agenda. And all in all, we have learned all what they are doing because taking cover under IO is known. Tombura has been on self-defense. Even James Nadu, whom people have been accusing, James Nadu went to collect his forces to bring them for training, to bring them to the training center in Meridi. But all in all, he has been attacked by those people. So anyone who is being on attack can have a defense, self-defense. So in the process, what he's saying is all a propaganda. I did not launch an attack and kill my civilian. As a leader, I've served for several years, and my being in the position is not politically. The Azande have a kingdom, the kingdom that has been exists. I am around there, and I'm the fourth or the fifth generation of King Tombura. And the process, all in all, the Azande are more than 120 clans. Out of 120 clans, excluding Balanda, no one from these clans have raised concern against the leadership or have been causing problem or have been having demand or causing problem against the leadership of mine. So all in all, we have been staying with them peacefully, including the Balanda whom our parents made a black pact with them. So those who are just coming are the people who are coming from Western Baragazal with their hidden agenda.
We have come to the end of the program. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Please join us next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page at Sunrise Media.